How is it going, fellow gamers? In today's video, I'm going to show you my pretty insane Thunderslam two-handed parry tanking build. I was completely shocked with how well this build was able to perform. Hope you enjoy the video. How is it going, boys? Before we start, I'd like to make mention of the fact that I am again streaming over on my Twitch, though it will not be as frequently as it was in the past, as I want to invest more time and effort into this YouTube channel. Furthermore, I would like to thank you all for the massive amount of support on my Conquest of Azeroth review. You guys smashed the 115 like goal by a mile. So in return, Mr. Kiprian Corniu, a commenter in the last video, sorry for butchering your name, my friend, will receive his Conquest of Azeroth bundle as soon as he gives me his in-game name. If this video can hit 175 likes in just 3 days, that is 72 hours, I'll give away a 50 DP Unleashed Elemental Elite War Chest, which comes with it many items. Now, let's get into the video. I want to start off by thanking Draconis86 for this build suggestion on my community posts. If you want to see any enchants featured on the channel, please leave it in the comments. Now, for the enchants, we're going to begin with the most important of them all, with that being Thunderslam. What Thunderslam does is first make it so that your Thunderclap or Execute abilities reduce the cast time of your next Lightning Bolt or Chain Lightning by 100%, making them an instant cast, as well as decreasing the damage of your Thunderclap by 60% baseline. Furthermore, Lightning Bolt and Chain Lightning are what grant you your Lightning Blades, something you can store up to 3 times. Lightning Blades are required to use your Slam and Storm Strike abilities, though Slam and Storm Strike are now converted into abilities called Thunderslam and Lightning Blade. Thunderslam is an instant cast nature damage AoE that hits the target in front of the caster. Lightning Blade is an ability that deals regular weapon damage but increases the Thunderclap's damage back up to 100%, as well as increasing all nature damage by 20% to the target that is hit by the Lightning Blade. Lastly, dealing damage with Lightning Blade or Thunderslam reduces the remaining cooldown of Thunderclap by 2 seconds and increases your spell damage by 10% of your melee attack power, stacking up to a total of 3 times. Essentially, Thunderclap will be giving you an instant cast Lightning Bolt or Chain Lightning, which will give you a Lightning Blade, allowing you to use either Thunderslam or Lightning Blade, both increasing the nature damage taken on the target struck. That is really the basics. Next is the epic enchant, starting with an extremely important one in Growing Rage. Growing Rage is going to make it so casting nature spells and abilities increases your physical damage by 2%, stacking up to a total of 5 times for a maximum of 10% increased physical damage. This enchant is important because we are casting our Lightning Bolt and Chain Lightning to even have the opportunity to use our Thunderslam or Lightning Blade, meaning this enchant is perfect for this hybrid build, considering Thunderslam and Lightning Blade are melee abilities. Second, we utilized Crackling Thunder, which makes it so that your Thunderclap stays on the ground and radiates, dealing periodic damage, as well as increasing your chance to critical against the target standing in it by 5%. Lastly, for epics, we utilized Forked Lightning, which makes it so our Chain Lightning hits more targets when we cast it. This enchant is important for asserting and maintaining our aggro. Now, for the rare enchants, we first have Thunderstruck ×2, which increases the damage of your Thunderclap by 8%, 5% versus players, based off of your bonus spell power. Second, we utilized Improved Thunderclap ×3 to lower the cost of our Thunderclap by 1, as well as increasing its damage by 3% baseline. Third, we utilized Mental Quicness ×3, which increases the effect of our Mental Quickness talent by an additional 2%. Mental Quickness increasing your bonus spell damage by an amount equal to 20% of your melee attack power. Fourth, we have Deflection ×1 to increase our parry rating by just a tad bit, a total of a whopping 1%. And lastly, we utilized Anger Management ×3 as a safety measure to ensure we would always have the rage needed to Thunderclap and reassert aggro in the case that we are disarmed or etc. The primary stat that you are going to want for this build is 100% strength. The talents for this build are going to be in the description as a link and also as an image to ponder over. Now, with that all out of the way, let's get into the rotation. So, the rotation for this build is really quite simple, since the enchant has it all laid out for us pretty much, to be honest with you. We're going to charge in, we're going to Thunderclap, we're going to do our Chain Lightning, and then we're going to have our Thunderslam available. We're going to then Thunderclap again, use our Chain Lightning, and then use our Lightning Blade, which is going to make it so our Thunderclap is at 100% increased damage. Use our Thunderclap again, followed by Chain Lightning, then our Thunderslam, followed by, again, our Thunderclap. Can you guess what's next? Our Chain, or well, actually Lightning Bolt, my bad. and then Lightning Blade. I almost messed that up for you boys. I apologize. Let me do that again. Thunderclap. All right. Chain Lightning. Thunder Slam. After the Thunder Slam, we go back to the Thunderclap. We go back to the Lightning Bolt, and then we go to the Lightning Blade. You want to make sure that you work in your Shamanistic Rage, though, depending on what your mana is looking like. Your mana shouldn't be too much of an issue with this build. Mana really isn't a problem, to be honest with you. The biggest problem is how much damage you're doing and how pissed off the DPS is getting, because you're always at the top of the charts. Now, that's not the point of this part of the video. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move into the gameplay. I appreciate all you guys. My dogs are barking. It's a good time to stop. I'll see you guys in there. Peace. Alrighty, boys, we finally got a dungeon queue. This took us absolutely forever. We're on the second boss. Sorry for starting up the recording so late. I had everything already fucking recorded, but I lost it all when my power got shut off, because rest in peace, Blonde Billy, nothing can go right for me. Now, before we start getting into other topics, I did want to mention that stacking attack power with your strength is going to be extraordinarily important when you're playing this build. And also, obviously, you're going to want to get a lot of gear that has some parry value on it as well, since we are a parry tank. Obviously, that's going to be something you want to do. I mean, I didn't know if it was obvious enough, so I mentioned it. Also wanted to mention that my draft didn't go very well, unfortunately. Failed to get Thunderstorm, Ghostly Strikes, or Shockwave, all abilities that would have made this build even better than what it already is right now. So if you think this build's performing well now, imagine what it would have looked like with all of the abilities that we needed. It would have been absolutely insane. That's the game we play, though. That's the game we play. You gotta love draft, too. Alrighty, boys. We finally got another queue. We have about 13 minutes before I have to leave and get the class, so this is fucking fantastic for me. This is like my 9th recording. Every other recording has fucking failed miserably. Hopefully, this is the recording. Hopefully. So, Blonde even. What's up, man? This guy recognizes me. That's epic. Nice to see you, big man. Nice to see you. Thanks for watching the content. Now, I need to get into more important things for you boys, alright? I wanted to mention to you that if you are able to roll Thunderstorm in your draft, it is going to be in your best interest to pick up Controlled Storm, the Enchant, and using that instead of Forked Lightning. The only reason that I use Forked Lightning over something like Controlled Storm is because I had a very basic draft, in all honesty. I didn't get a whole bunch of extra stuff. The biggest extras that I got really are Shamanistic Rage and Avatar. Shamanistic Rage being used to bring back my mana, and Avatar really being used as one of my only, if not my only defensive right now, actually. I think it is my only defensive, unfortunately, which is a pain in the fucking ass. Getting evasion would be very, very nice, but God knows how rolls go, especially this season. Something I've been wondering a lot recently is how many of the melee enchants within the game right now would be able to be utilized as a parry tank. If anybody else watching the video is wondering the same thing, please leave a comment and a like letting me know. You know, maybe I'll try some other melee builds and see if they are usable as parry tanks. Alright, boys, I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna pull the pack. Fuck it, I'm not gonna avoid, I'm not gonna maneuver, or I'm too big of a man to maneuver around these mobs. My muscles would protrude into their aggro zone, meaning there's no point in me even trying. I'm so fucking jacked. I am definitely gonna go ahead and avoid this guy, though, just because I'm not sure if somebody in the group is looking to get all of the world enchants from this dungeon, so I'm gonna be a nice, courteous motherfucker. Alrighty, lads, I'm gonna compete with all the DPS for this bull. Ready? Watch this. This is it. You guys are fucking done for. Don't even try to compete with me. Don't even try to compete with me. Please, don't try to compete with me. 2K, I'm third on the fucking DPS charts. I'm second. Alright. Do you think Vasily is just super pissed off right now that I'm a better DPS than he is? As a tank, do you think he's, like, livid? What do you think is going through his head right now? Probably something like, that blonde belly guy really knows what he's doing. I wonder what build he's utilizing. Well, my friend, you don't have to wonder much longer. I'm gonna be posting it on my YouTube channel, Lamau. Isn't that fucking crazy? It's time for us to pull the boss now, though, boys. Let's go ahead and get working. The biggest issue is that I do not have any mana, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna change that with this lightning blade real quick, which actually it didn't work at all. Wow, that was fucking terrible. Wow. That was the longest wait I've had so far for a dungeon. I do not want to ever have to do that again. I got the fucking same dungeon again. Am I even going to record this? Is there any point in me even recording this? Do I want to show you guys the same dungeon back to back? I probably don't. I feel like it's going to get boring if I show you the same dungeon back to back, and I don't want to do that to you. So I think I'm not going to do that to you because I love you. So, boys, the last dungeon took a little bit longer than I expected it to take, so this dungeon is very likely not going to be able to get completed before I have to go to work. That's alright, though. I don't even know if any of this footage is going to be usable, to be honest with you, because I might get the same fucking dungeon again. Alrighty, boys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here within the greatest cheese shop in all of Stormwind, Tria's Cheese. Hope you enjoyed the two-handed Thunder Slam parry taking build I made for you boys, and if you learned something new, had a laugh, or enjoyed the video, a like and subscribe is greatly appreciated. Absolutely no pressure, of course. Wanted to mention that I am currently working on the 5-Man Nightmare Challenge and the Every World Enchant video, those coming very, very soon. Have a fantastic rest of your day, boys. See ya.